was the fastest swimmer in history to ever swim that time in 50-meter freestyle at the age of 12 years old. I was the fastest swimmer in the whole country in history. No one's ever been faster than that. A severe shoulder injury, I opted out of the Olympic Games. All the doctors basically told me that I could no longer swim, could not even jump into the pool and perform any warm-up. I started swimming when I was 5 years old. My auntie, Ong Mei Lin, was one of the first female swimmers to represent Malaysia in the 1972 Munich Olympic Games. And my brother was also a swimmer, Alan Ong. He swam in the 2000 and 2004 Olympic Games, and I qualified for the 2004 Olympic Games. So it all started when my dad put me in at the age of 5. I was really scared of the water. I would always be behind my mom in swimming lessons and not be willing to learn, always hiding behind her. And I swam my first ever race in 1989. It was the Ipoh Swimming Club Gala, and I broke my very first record in the 30-meter butterfly. The pool was 30 meters. It was the weirdest distance. From there, my interest kind of peaked, and I started training competitively at first twice a week, and then I slowly increased 3, 4, 5 times a week. When I was 12 years old, I broke my first Malaysian age group record. It was the 50-meter freestyle. And at that time, I didn't really know what it meant to break the Malaysian age group record. My dad told me it meant that I was the fastest swimmer in history to ever swim that time in 50-meter freestyle at the age of 12 years old. And so I got really interested. And so I started training even more. I increased my training to 5, sometimes 6 times a week. And at the age of 14 years old, I broke my first Malaysian national record. And this meant that I was the fastest swimmer in the whole country in history. No one's ever been faster than that. And I was drafted into the national team when I was 15 years old. And there I trained 10 times a week, sometimes 11 times a week. I got a call one day when I was in Form 5. It was a call from a Caucasian guy, and I never understood what he said. So he offered me a full ride, and I asked my dad what a full ride meant. My dad told me it means everything paid for. So just like that, I had a full scholarship to the US, where I trained competitively and obtained double degrees in psychology and sociology. I also broke a US Division II national record in the 200 fly, and coming back to Malaysia to swim the 2004 Sokma Games. I broke 5 national records at that time, 2004 in Negeri Sembilan. These are my collection of medals. And this one was the Asian Swimming Championship in Nagoya, Japan, where I won 7 gold medals and was Asian champion. So I had 7 gold medals there. And this series right here was last month in Jakarta, and I think I won 10 gold medals and 4 silvers. And these were pretty small meets. And these star ones were from Japan. It's a sprint, Japan sprint, so it's 25 meters short course. And I won 7 gold medals. That one is my most treasured. These 3 were what I've been working for the past few years. And this was in Budapest, 2017 World Masters. It is the highest level of master swimming. There's nothing higher than World Masters in the world of master swimming. So I was number 5, number 6, and number 7. So that was half a year after I delivered my third baby. So these 3 medals are my most treasured ones. At the Sukma Games, I qualified for 4 events to the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens, but because of a severe shoulder injury that happened when I was 15 years old while training in the national team, I opted out of the Olympic Games and I chose not to go because my shoulder was hurting way too much. Shoulder was torn in all directions. The entire rotator cuff was so torn and repaired and torn and repaired and torn and repaired so many times that I had very limited range of motion. My left shoulder until today is still quite in pain. And all the doctors basically told me that I could no longer swim. I couldn't do any overhead activities, no pull-ups, no push-ups. Everything hurts basically. And it got to a point where I could not even jump into the pool and perform any warm-up. So any form of swimming was hurting my shoulders. So I stopped swimming for 10 years, had 3 kids, and taught them how to swim. My eldest son, Hayden, is now the fastest swimmer in Malaysia for his age. And my second child, Kiara Belkit, is in the Malaysia Book of Records for swimming 199.35 meters at the age of 23 months. She was 1 year and 23 months when she swam that distance. And my youngest boy, Connor Kit, is currently learning how to swim, and he can confidently swim on his own at the age of 1.5. He's 2 years old now, but he learned how to swim at 1.5. Right now, I swim competitively as a master swimmer, which is a totally different league from amateur swimming. So I am now a master swimmer and won a couple of international races these past few years. I started back 3 years ago, and shoulder injury is at minimal. I learned to train smarter, but because of the nature of swimming, I swim a lot of butterfly. The left shoulder has given me a lot of problems recently again. So I sought the help of Dr. Lim from Klinik, era. And
所谓的 PRP platelet rich plasma 呢，就是我们比较熟悉的叫做这个血清疗法，高浓度血小板疗法。其实血小板在我们的人的身体呢，它最主要的功能是要止血。那么除了止血之外，血小板本身也是有很多这个再生因子。然后为什么我们要领取这个血小板呢？其实最大的功能就是要用到这个它的再生因子来修复所有的这个受伤的地方，或者是一些血液去不到的地方。第一个就是医疗方面的疗法，第二就是医美方面的疗法。医疗方面的话呢，其实我们都可以来比如说治疗一些肌肉受伤的问题。医美方面呢，那么这个血清疗法呢，就会帮助到减轻黑斑，这个减轻皱纹，改善你的这个皮肤的这个很好的一个自然疗法。除了这之外呢，当然脱发问题也是可以用这个血清治疗来医治。因为它是取自于你本身的血液然后我们就以这个我们的分解的方式来领取血液里面的这个高浓度的血小板。拿了这个高浓度的血小板之后呢，我们就会把它注射到你需要的地方。其实很多再生因子 在这个血小板里边呢，是有很多不同的功能，其中一个比较重要的再生因子叫做 VEGF 呢，它其实是对我们身体的血管再生是很大的功能的，因为有些身体的这个结构跟组织是很少血液可以流通的，所以就无法把这个需要的营养运输到我们需要的地方。所以有了这个 VEGF， 有了这个所谓的血管再生呢，那么我们就可以把需要的这些营养呢运输到我们需要的结构，然后可以让细胞再生。
I see. So what is the main difference between PRP and stem cell?
Okay, so as I said just now, PRP is actually a concentrate of platelets. So inside this concentrate of platelets, there are growth factors as well as collagen stimulators, which is necessary in your case for muscle recovery, tissue recovery. Whereas for stem cell, it contains millions number of cells which are able to regenerate new cells. So that is the main difference.
So in my case, I think PRP is more suitable for me.
In your case, PRP will be a more suitable treatment. Right.
After considering so many things, so many options, we felt that the best option would be to have a PRP injection into the left shoulder, and I did that in February. I'm going for my second shot today.
关于这个血清疗法的疗程呢，首先我们使用针筒取出病患者本人的10到15毫升的血液，然后把这个血液呢渗进血液分解瓶子，再把这些瓶子放进分离纯化仪器，过程需要15分钟左右。过后，我们将这些瓶子取出，再将已分解出来浓度最高的血小板取出，渗入注射器，然后就可以准备注射。So Cindy, being a very active sports person, sustained a lot of injury as expected. So one of the injuries that she had is actually over both shoulders. Cindy 是一个很活跃的运动员，所以经常会有肌肉受伤的问题。她目前有的问题就是在于她2个肩膀的这个肌肉都有受损过，所以今天我们会帮她注射这个PRP。 Done. Alright, it's too painful. Okay,
So far, I think that the PRP treatment has helped me tremendously. I am relatively pain-free. I can lift heavy weight in the gym room, and it has given me more mobility, more stability. I think the cell regeneration has helped me greatly in my swims. When I do butterfly, it doesn't hurt as much anymore. So hopefully after the second shot, I'll be pain-free for the World Masters. I'm currently training very hard for World Masters in Gwangju this year, where I will be competing with swimmers all over the world. The last World Masters that I competed in 2017 in Budapest, I was number 5 in the world, and that was half a year after having my third baby. This time, let's go for a podium finish.
那么有很多人可能会问我，血清疗法跟这个干细胞疗法有什么分别呢？其实是2个不一样的疗法。当然严格上来讲，这个血清里边呢都会有一些的干细胞，不过它的数量是不多，所以严格上来讲是不可以称为干细胞疗法。所谓的干细胞疗法呢，是以很高浓度的干细胞来做这个治疗。它的第一个分别就在这。第二个分别呢，血清治疗呢是需要领取你自己的血液、自己的血。简单的来讲，那么干细胞治疗的话，可以取自于他人的细胞来做治疗，这个也是另外一个很重要的分别。那么也有可能有些人会问我，那么这个血清疗法是需要多长做一次呢？然后是针对什么问题来决定说它的次数呢？第一个很重要，我们刚才有讲过的就是它是一个自然疗法。就是取自于自己的血液里面的血小板，它是没有什么副作用的，这个是重点。比如说我们用来做医疗的话呢，比如说在心理刚才的情况之下呢，它是需要每3个月到6个月之间做一次这个血清疗法，然后才会看到很好的这个状况。那么如果是讲到这个脱发的问题呢，那么就要更经常做哦。就是可能要每1个月都在做这个疗法，做6个月左右。医美方面的这个疗法呢，那么我们就可以在1个月里面做2次都没问题。
I think family support is extremely important. Without my beloved husband, none of this will be possible. He is such a pillar to our family, and he's offered tremendous support financially, emotionally. He has to deal with me being tired all the time from training twice a day. This is my passion. I love doing this. I love training. I love teaching kids how to swim. It's my life. It's my job. And I do this for a living, but I also do this because I really love it. It's my passion, and hence I really wish to transfer my knowledge to the next generation perhaps, and I am so glad that I have this support.